Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first quarterfinal matchup. We've got a good one here for you. It's a rematch of Doomsday and Kanye West versus Murder Mastodon and Jay. And I have here with me today Goatrix as my co-caster.
Hello, everyone.
And so, why don't you tell us a little bit about the background of this matchup?
All right, so this is, as you mentioned, this is going to be a rematch from, I believe, either round 2 or 3 of the Swiss. Doom and Kanye put down Murder and Jay 3-0 in a pretty convincing fashion. Jay and Murder weren't playing bad per se, but they just could not get things to stick. And so we're going to see if they've managed to try to find a way to counter Doom this time and patch up some holes in their game to make things work out a little better. Let's go ahead and just start this. All right, so we see it. Oh, okay, good. I was to say he had a very awful start there on Doom's side, but he decides to immediately switch hands and gets powered up with a level boost for a blaster, and is already bringing the aggression to Jay. Looks like Kanye had a really bad aura start too. It's kind of fuzzy on my screen, but he must be digging right now.
Cleared up a little bit on the visual there, but yeah,
There
we
we
see
go.
the
He's
2 hour
2.
start.
It's still a rough start. Murder's at 8, Jay's at 4, and Doom is
There's a
at
boost mine for Jay and Murder, too.
Yeah, Kanye is in a bad spot, but so far nobody other than Doom is really bringing any of the aggression. Although, as I say that, there comes a rock shot. Uh, looks like Doom's going nuts here with the blaster. Has a judgment and 2 laser shells. He tends to favor those defenses, those shell defenses that are low cost. When he was playing a single school Psycho, he would run a lot of Psycho shells. Oop, he manages to hit on Murder.
I mean, with the Optic Faith, if you're going to run two, like, you could have had the flavor with Protect Circle.
That's true, and I like the animation on Protect Circle a little better. Although Laser Shell, I think it shares the same animation as a Race Shell, so you can kind of throw them off if they're not paying attention to your account when you use it. Speaking of, yes, it certainly does. So looks like a
Loses the
vacuum wall.
blaster.
Yeah, to a vacuum wall. Kanye's now, so he's got some aura, so he's in there with Dazzle, but he's
I mean,
providing
they're
cover
kind of
fire with
hanging around his
Blaster.
base, too. I feel like that was an intelligent move to leave with them hovering like that.
Yeah,
And he's taking a lot of damage, though. But Doom is trading back on a Murder, so it's not completely one-sided here.
yeah. So far, Jay and Doom are the only ones to not take a hit. Lot of optic this round. I can say that Jay starting off with rock shot, as he seems to be a pretty common start for him. Doom finally does dump the judgment, seeing that it looks pretty safe that there's not going to be any virus out of them. They're going to be worth worth worrying about. Manages to not get the throttle blaster on Murder, even though he delayed his shot for the fortress. Looks like they're just scrapping right now. Jay is keeping cover behind the escalator. Uh, more dazzle support from Kanye, who's just really low health. He has no defense
That vacuum wall out of Murder is a little daunting right now, too.
right now, especially with no buffs on anybody.
Ooh, that was a really nice
Ooh,
lightning sword. Doom
manages to
and Kanye are in kind of a
not.
bad spot, and then Kanye just went down.
Kanye's down. Doom's at 17 health. I'm really surprised that Doom actually got hit by a lightning sword, considering he
Oh,
has
this
the
looks
aura.
bad right now. Oh, goodness. He does make
Ooh.
the pickup, though.
Yeah, he'll make it. He's got the life to take the hit. You would have much rather taken the bullet of fire, though. That's for sure.
Trace
Also,
back on a Murder. Murder could have blocked that one.
yeah, there are 2 blocks so far that
Does
we've seen
take
that
down
should have
Murder,
hit.
and there is the Dazzle, so he's going to get a little bit of damage on a Jay.
Yeah, but kind of like how Doom had a lot of health earlier.
Misses
Same
a
with
easy
Jay.
blaster right there. Loses another blaster to the vacuum wall.
Yeah, but Doom tends to run his arsenals pretty packed with attacks. So we've actually seen a lot of teams run a lot of skill-heavy arsenals. So a couple losses early on shouldn't be that big of a
Oh,
deal.
he
But
has Jay in a firing line. That was a really
yes, he
bad move by
does.
Jay. Manages to trick out the vacuum wall, too. This is something I've been noticing when I've watched Doom lately. He does this a lot where he just switches back and forth while he attacks, and it throws people off, and he catches a lot of extra hits when people aren't paying attention. As they
Well,
kill Jay now, and Murder has to make that
yeah,
pickup and
he's
cannot.
not.
Man, look
Yeah,
at
but
that
like
tempo change.
Yeah, like you're saying, it was a good idea to keep switching so that way you're keeping fire on both of them, and that means they both have to pay attention, gives Connie some room to fire. But yeah, that was pretty gross. A whole lot of blaster play, a whole lot of lasers. Even though there's no buffs to get around that vacuum wall, they still managed to just overwhelm it.
Well, as soon as they moved down where the vibration laser would be able to hit down there in that corner, like things just shifted immediately. Like it was like somebody flipped the table over upside down, and
Yeah.
the tempo shift it was just
Well,
crazy.
Jay lost a decent chunk trying to get Murder back the same way Doom did, but they just got cornered in a bad spot. And
Well, he was at 17 when he was down in his base there, and then he was shieldless. He dropped the Psycho Shell to make
yeah,
that pickup, and when he dropped that Psycho Shell, it left him vulnerable. And as soon as he got down there, they knew Doom had Vibration Laser, and he just laid into him. And then while he's trying to dodge the Vibration Laser, which he wasn't, he then gets tagged by Vibration Blaster on
yeah,
top of it, and he just immediately got murdered. He didn't know where to go.
it was a really awkward, spot. I figured if anything they would have dropped something else, but oh well. Vacuum wall can't catch all the attacks.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, vacuum wall can be good, but then it got faked out,
It
and the vibration laser
it
was just hammering murder.
Well, it caught, I think, 5 attacks that game. It definitely did its work, but
It,
not enough.
yeah, it did work before that, no doubt.
Now we're gonna move on to Highway, and looks like Doom's gonna stay with the same arsenal here. Very straightforward arsenal. Looks like it powers itself up a little bit, well, levels itself up. Has a couple recalls, and then its attacks, shields, and judgments to crush any potential harmful enviros.
It's basically just one of the safest arsenals I've ever seen. Gets rid of
I'm
enviros, recalls all of its attacks. Like it's hard to out erase.
And I am still kind of surprised though that there's not at least maybe just a trance just to give some of those attacks a little bit of edge. But I mean, obviously it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. These teams are here, and my team's not. So let's see here. This looks like another. It's a decent auto start. He's still ways off from the recall, but it's early, so it doesn't matter. Kanye has a healthy auto start this time with looks like 8 now, and then Doom's gonna get in there
good
along
pressure
with
down here.
yeah. He's
We
gonna
had
go
an
in there.
enviro out of murder as well.
Yep, and a cyclone. So I'm wondering if this is going to be
Ooh.
either a forest sanctuary, or maybe I don't know.
Well, it is highway. It could be the forest sanctuary is good here, or the reduced entropy. But another thing that I've seen that's really popular is the memory lapse to get rid of lasers, or it could opposingly even be a chaos to get rid of tiger strength laser decks.
It could be. I would be very surprised though I'd be surprised at a nature-based reduced entropy arsenal. Yep, there it is.
That is chaos then. So I guess
Yep,
to
yes.
shut down that slide laser, that pressure was really massive out of Kanye, but it is no more.
But I kind of feel like it came too little, too late, because both Doom and Kanye are on laser fire already, and right now it looks like there's just not enough happening from Jay and Murder.
Doom needs to break that with a regular blast. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Kanye lost his only usable attack right now. That was actually a really sloppy move right there. Kanye needed to let Doom break it with one of his 2 blasters instead of sacrificing his.
Yeah, I'm curious how much actual talking they do during the matches. It's I don't know. From the little I play with Doom, he doesn't need a lot of communication from you. He's totally fine playing without you talking.
I mean, he is and he isn't. Like, I feel like that is one of the weaknesses. Is sometimes the communication may not be there. And I can't speak for Kanye's communication, but right there, when they're both shooting the blasters, Kanye needed to wait for him to break it, especially when he has 2 in hand.
Yeah. However, I don't think it's going to be a huge loss overall. Like right now, they haven't bothered to go and try to. Like Doom hasn't bothered to like dig for the. In fact, I think he has a judgment in his base, and he still hasn't bothered because it's to them right now. It's a non-issue.
Yeah.
Like array shields. Who cares? The Enviro. It's cute because it stops the early laser aggression, but at the same time, they've put a massive hurt. Doom and Kanye are still in double digits, and Jay and Murder are still behind.
Looks like Kanye just lost a shield there.
Yeah.
Lost another. That was an attack of Murder that was eating it. Sounds like Flashwell ate a blaster.
Yeah. Doom's just sitting there, just waiting for somebody to make a move, and so Jay and Murder back off. Doom's in pursuit. Kanye is behind. Yeah, kind of, ooh, dodges that. Man, just barely dodged that flame sword. Yeah, I don't know. His aim looks pretty stable right now. I don't see any reason to make a change to it. Now the
Well,
question
I
is,
mean,
what
look,
is
Kanye. I guess he's dropped the slide laser at some point, but he doesn't have any attacks. He's just sitting over there digging. Like right now, Doom's over here by himself. Kanye's chilling in base with the purple.
yeah,
Like they are at a health advantage, but Jay and
they're
Murder are wearing them down.
kind of like the problem is that Jay and Murder haven't outside of the hang haven't done anything of importance. Like they're sitting here needing damage for what 5 minutes now. Yeah, like even with a flame sword, he's not connecting. They're not attacking. They're not doing any. They're not putting any pressure on. Doom by himself there, with a pair of medium range skills, is keeping them at bay, giving Kanye all the time in the world to dig. He
Well,
has
he's
another
got
attack now.
20 aura now and an attack.
Yeah,
I can't see if he's headed over here, but he
yeah.
hasn't used it yet either.
And I mean, like, fact of the matter is, we know for a fact because of the arsenal list that purple and Doom's
So here
base
is Kanye.
is a judgment. So if he wanted to go pop that and get rid of it, he
That
could.
aura backflow is massive.
Ooh, yeah, he caught Kanye with all the health and gives up the flash hole.
Jay takes a tumble.
Yeah, surprised he didn't give up the recall there, but he's managed to make
Ooh,
it
that
work
exhaust was dirty. Jay has the most important pickup of his life right now. Flash holes the blaster. It was actually
Yeah.
the throttle blaster of all things.
Yep.
Goodness, now that flash hole is still there, and he already lost one to it. He can't
Wow.
use the judgment. It's chaos.
Oh, that's right. I forget it's chaos.
Yeah.
That's right. There's only, in fact, I think there's only 2 skills that actually take care of chaos, and that's Return to Nature and Crush. So Kanye's looking. Kanye, it looks like maybe out of the game. He's down to what, 3 capsules? I'm sorry, this.
Yeah, I
feed
told you.
came through a little
I think
fuzzy.
this chaos has hit Kanye harder than one might
Oh.
first assume.
Well, for Kanye, yeah, I'm definitely thinking Kanye is in trouble. Doom's not. Doom's gonna start relearning skills.
Well, I mean, chaos is key, right?
Well, the thing is that even though Kanye's been out of the fight most of the fight, Doom has managed to whittle them both down a ton. And even
Yeah.
in that one hit
All right.
on
Well,
the,
he does get it that time.
yeah, that exhaust definitely did hurt Murder. Oh, here we go. Now we're gonna go for capsule popping. Kanye is now officially out of the fight. Sitting on 25 aura. Holy crap. Oh, it's gonna be curious to see if Doom can pull off another miracle win here. Because now he's down to just Venom Fang and Murder and Jay. Looks like they're still waiting for more capsule pop at this point. There's a vibration. There's a will-o-wisp. Fortunately, vibration will be worthless.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him right now. Easily flash hold attacks. 2-on-1.
However, what it could be the case though is that Doom and Kanye could be going for the draw at this point. I mean, Kanye's gonna die. Unfortunately, at this point, just gonna have died so many times that he's not gonna be worth picking up. But Murder and Jay aren't really pressuring very hard. Even their capsule pop is kind of slow at this point. So it gives giving Doom opportunity to make something happen.
Well, he's got high aura, and that aura backflow could be real big. Oh, that was so close. And then he gets him.
Takes 5.
Well, now he's out of attacks, and all he can do is dodge, and there's double
Now
melee
he's
around him.
Now they're finally looking like this is gonna tie this one up.
That's
it. Nice hit. Okay, yeah, it took them a while to get that game going, but yeah, they shut Kanye out pretty badly.
Chaos more effective than it may have first have appeared. Seems to have neutralized Kanye. Wasn't using shields. Didn't seem to have any attacks.
And I wonder if he lost. And he just seems like he lost a lot of attacks early to all the erase shields. Like I said. I mean, really, I think he could find the room to fit a trance in just to make some of those attacks have a little more leverage. But who knows? That's his call. All right, so we're gonna go on to Panorama Earthquake. Looks like we're gonna go Kai Faith here and get a chance to see the Arsenal build. But I'm assuming it's something with Tiger strengths. Could be lightning speed though too, because I remember he had a list with lightning speed.
Doom has been really liking like lightning speed, hyper kick kind of stuff on Panorama.
Lightning speed is a great skill. Period. Like it doesn't like it. At times it sucks though because even though you'll have the speed advantage, some attacks will track you long enough that you won't be able to shake it with lightning speed. But otherwise, it's just great for getting moved. What's going on here?
Let's skip ahead.
Looks like there's a little flub in the match there. Not sure what happened, but we're getting back to it.
Here we are. You showing the countdown?
Yes. Yep, I see it. Yep. And speaking of lightning speed, he has one already. It's hyper kick lightning speed, the combo, the god. Oh, he decides to go through, eat through the second reincarnation rather than leaving in base. And here it comes. Oh goodness. He's got, it looks like a brush or a guard.
That's the way to play.
Guard.
Run up with that hyper kick. You can only use it once, but you only need to use it once. It's hyper kick. It's about asserting dominance. Ooh, 6 damage, and the reduce entropy goes down.
Yeah, now chaos last round, reduce entropy this round. I think there's been a reduce entropy played by at least one team almost every round this tournament. Like it's been a pretty big constant. Now he wish he would have had those judgments because he could have popped it.
I mean, he still has faith. He very well might.
I can't remember the list build because I know I saw the lightning speed in there, but I don't know if he. I think he did, and I think you're right. I think he has 2 judgments in there. So now he's just got to dig for it. The good news is he still has a perfectly feasible hand. Although I don't think there was Tiger Strength in this build.
Have we seen nature out of murder? Is he gonna have?
I don't think
the orb.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it goes, and that's it.
Yep.
It's down and it's done.
Yeah, I don't think he had orb.
Well, obviously he doesn't have a yellow, but I don't know if he had nature.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he does either.
Look at that, the immediate switch between the two.
Oh, well.
I just think that's so interesting to watch when he does that.
He's optic. It looks like optic faith.
Yeah, like it's so weird to me sometimes watching Doom. Like he hyper kicks Jay, and before he hits, he's already switched targets to murder, and he's immediately attacking murder afterwards.
Yep. Decides to upgrade to the aura backflow. The aura counts though are relatively low on murder in Jay's side, so I'm not sure how much damage he's gonna really crank out of it. Ooh, just takes that right to the face.
Oh, and we're watching again the dynamic that Doom and Kanye have kind of established, because it actually works pretty well playstyle wise. Kanye's always been somebody who likes to sit back with the railgun and the blasters and the dazzles. And Doom is one of the best players at being in your face. And we see that going on right now. Kanye sitting there with the blaster. Doom in the melee. And we've seen that almost every game they've played. Speaking of melee, does manage to get a decent hit out of that aura backflow. So yeah, it looks like we're seeing one of the 3 variations of what a panorama map turns into. It's either ricochet lasers, it's a hang, or it's throwing reincarnations all day. And now it looks like it's a reincarnation fight largely at this point, except Kanye going in with blasters. Oh, ooh. That was a nice hit by Jay.
That's like the second one he's eaten like that. Murder going in with
they're both low.
Flame.
1 and 2 health each. Kanye just took his first point of damage. Yeah, that's Kanye's one down, picked up, but digits. Immediately killed after. Murder now with a really tough pickup.
The good news is he only has to breathe on Doom to kill him.
Oh, that aura backflow could have killed him right there. Oh, what a block with the Angel's Wing.
Yeah.
I wish mine blocked like that.
The recover. Oh, that could have been it right there.
What a good recovery so far. Is he going to finish it? Oh my goodness, how did that blaster miss?
That was really close.
Murder with one of the best pickups of the tournament right there.
Yeah.
I still don't know how that blaster missed him. Point blank.
That was pretty gross.
Decides to hold off on the backdraft bullet for now.
Yeah, and it looks like they're not going to go for... And so far they haven't bothered to try to establish another hang, so I think they've accepted this.
I mean, if I were Doom, I would walk next to Kanye and just use Judgment, I think.
That's one of those communication things. I mean, we can hear the audio, and right now there is
Gravity press misses out of Kanye, by the way. I don't know if
there
you
is
saw
no
that
talking
camera.
going on. Yeah, I
well,
heard it.
I know this video doesn't have their audio for talking. It only has game volume.
Okay.
I think Doom specifically sets it up that way.
So that we can't hear him talk trash the whole time.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you would have heard Kanye say something at this point.
Oh yeah, I've been like, damn it.
I still really think he should go down there. Oh, and look at that right there.
Yep.
He gets pinched in a corner, can't block. The lightning speed, using the lightning speed in the corner was also kind of arrogant.
Well, yeah. I mean, he probably felt he was gonna have just enough. Oh,
what was that?
That reincarnation caught it. It came up through the ground, busted the countertop, and hit him in the face. Okay, there's a laser
Ray shell on the R leak.
Or yeah, Razor shell. Oh my goodness.
Loses the second one to a reincarnation.
Yeah, but I think he caught a lingering flame too.
He might have. Murder goes down again, now at 1 health this time. Ooh, Jay just got comboed for 10. Excalibur comes in huge out of Kanye.
That was gross. This is going to be a rough
Photon barrier is at least keeping Murder safe for the moment, but he has yet another Mission Impossible to create here, and I don't know if he's Tom Cruise, and clearly not.
He is not, so that is another quick 3-0, and as per the rules of the tournament, that is an elimination match. That takes Murder and Jay out of the tournament.
No, that's just 2-1 right now.
Is it? No, wait, oh, that's right, they lost on Highway.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, no,
I forgot.
Jay
that was
Murder.
so long ago. Holy crap.
Don't write him off yet. Just because he's Tom Cruise doesn't mean he's not in the tournament.
He's not Tom Cruise. However, it is important to note that this round is an elimination round. All these rounds for the rest of this tournament are elimination matches. So, in the event that Doom does pick up another round, then it's over.
Yeah, whoever loses this series is sadly gone from the tournament.
Yeah.
And we will have to see them next time. And First Blood goes to Jay, and that decoy across the map goes to dirty.
First Blood goes to City. First Blood goes to City.
Well, the bullet of fire hit him, not the sign. Can't take that away from Jay. He took 2.
And then we got a decoy. And then we got Jay.
He's shieldless versus that decoy across the map. This could be really, really rough.
This is one of my least favorite maps just because the way it's designed. There's very little natural cover that you can use, and certain spawns just leave you hanging out in the open. You can get pounded by lasers. You get pounded by stuff like decoy, dazzles, etc. It's nasty.
Because I just picked up the judgment right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's packing another one since he seems to be doubling up on certain skills like that. Heck, even a lack right now would be nasty, just because it'd take 2 swords.
Oh, goodness. He's just eating that bullet of fire. That manual aim from Jay is nasty.
And
the dazzle comes across to finally help, and that flash hole will be so nice to be able to use.
Yeah, my question
catches it, doesn't even look.
Yeah, the box on the flash hole for coverage is pretty nice. Question is, what's Kanye been doing the whole round? I wonder if he's waiting to get the vibration yet again, and he's just shy of it.
I'm not sure. He does have the dazzle, so he's able to get some of that in. We'll have to see if he is using optic.
I know he's ran a lot of
8 damage of trash. I'm not sure what he hit to do that, but
probably
that was good.
Oh
my goodness!
More trash. Definitely probably hit the signs over by his base.
I don't know if I would call that First Blood, but savagery definitely to City. Lightning Sword. I'm not sure where that didn't hit, but
the main side of the building of City is just messing people up left and right here. Like, definitely, no matter what you say this match, City is the MVP because it did the most damage.
I think right now it definitely has.
Yep.
Ooh, Lightning Sword from Jay catches Kanye, who is now shieldless under the decoy and the pressure of Jay.
Yeah.
And another, but also traded. But he's now, both of them are decoyed. Jay has complete liberty right now if he can take advantage of it.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, Doom is not spending any aura trying to flash hole it. I mean, it's still a stun because he's not jumping it either, so it's like he's still leaving himself open. I'm very shocked.
So we do see Kanye shooting the vibration blaster now. So yes, he was awaiting the vibration, it would seem.
He looks like he's been using some form of optic every round so far.
Ooh, That's a kill
brutal
on a
rock
Doom,
shot.
and Murder is
But it's a
real low,
quick
though.
pickup.
And that puts Doom right behind him. This is such a dangerous
Yeah.
pinch. One
Oh,
down. Jay now
yeah.
has to make the pickup, and
He's
he
gonna-
does get a clutch sword hit right there.
Yeah.
Keeps them in the game. But now
Now
Murder
Jay-
has... We've already established he's not Tom Cruise, but we'll have to see if he makes this one. What a tough pickup. That somehow doesn't break the fortress either. And blocks
time-
both.
But he loses it down to the lightning sword.
That's so
Yeah,
odd.
the
It
ti-
blocked both, but didn't break.
Yeah, and then Murder's going to take the 3 to get back to his base.
The lightning sword connects either way. Jay is alive. Decoy back
Yeah.
onto Doom.
Yep,
And
and
there's a
there's the-
5
and
damage
there's-
rock shot. Almost finishes off Doom a second time.
There's that stun from the decoy that he's not really making any effort to fight. He's just letting... Oh,
Oh, a manual aim from his own partner. Kanye, with
Oh.
a smooth pickup afterwards,
could
does
hear
recover
Doom-
the game.
If we could hear Doom's audio, I'm sure there would be a small discussion about that. Okay, now he's trying to
Nice hit from Kanye there. Kanye does get traded back
Yeah.
on. Jay now having to make the pickup. Kanye actually jumps off the map to get a better angle. And there's a sword, but Murder is back alive once more. They are making the pickups, but Reincarnation hits. Backed up by
Yeah,
the flame
that's it.
sword, and that's it.
Yeah.
Doom and Kanye do not let up the pressure at the
Now-
end.
Now I can say it's an elimination, unfortunately. Yeah, at the very end there, just, they could not... It was very interesting because it was just once... It's kind of like in their last set with them. Like, the momentum looked good at several points for Murder and Jay, but they just couldn't maintain it long enough to cinch the match. Panorama, they got down to... Everyone was down to bare bones health. This map, they were down to bare bones health. Even on highway where Jay and Murder won, they still just couldn't. They still took forever to put them away. That's not good. That can't feel good.
Yeah, again, like there was some good play out of Murder and Jay. Definitely worthy of playoffs and of the spot they were in.
Yeah.
But they didn't seem to be able to handle the continued aggression of Doom. Like that's where they seemed to eventually lose in the end, was Doom just having so much pressure on them that eventually they ran out of the ratios, or they just weren't able to time it enough, and he would whittle them down.
I think it was more the timing than anything, because it definitely felt, it didn't seem like Doom was breaking a whole lot of shields, and neither was Kanye for the most part. But what they do is they'd throw off a lot of fake out attacks, and some of those ratios were very expensive. We were seeing a lot of vacuum wall, and while it was putting in work, at the same time, it's a 6 cost skill. So if you're trading with a reincarnation or even like a throttle blaster, that still leaves Doom plenty of time to get another attack off, or Kanye, or man, I feel bad though, because unfortunately, as mentioned, it's single elimination top 8 here, which means Jay and Murder are done, and not sure if this team's going to persist on past this tournament.
I think I'd be interested in seeing more play out of them. They definitely had a really good run here. And that propels Doom and Kanye into the semifinals now, and they will play the winner of the Reborn Guinan and Mr. Math versus Evolution and Sandal series.
That's so bad. It's an instant rematch after they literally just played them.
Yeah, they have the instant rematch, and then it would be a near instant rematch for Guinan as well, playing the team that he had played just before Evolution and Sandal.
Yeah.
If he wins himself, Evolution and
Yeah.
Sandal would be a fresh opponent for them. But
Just unfortunately the way the seed worked out, we're gonna see some double jeopardy very early.
Indeed, but an exciting match to be sure. We'll be sad to see Murder and Jay go, but excited to
Bye,
see more
guys.
Doom and Kanye in the semifinals. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for being here.